हेलो एवरीवन, गुड आफ्टरनून, गुड इवनिंग ऑल। कैसे हैं सब लोग? मेरा नाम है अरविंद और हम हैं हैदराबाद बॉयज। और मेरे साथ है।
Namaste. Yeah, Saurav here, everyone. I hope everyone had a fantastic day. I think थोड़ा सा रिजल्ट मुझे लगता है लोगों के मुताबिक नहीं आया होगा, लेकिन nonetheless, great day of cricket for sure.
या और हमने पिछले वीडियो में हमने बात करा था। वी प्रीव्यूड द इंग्लैंड न्यूजीलैंड, और हमने तो गलत प्रेडिक्शन करा था। हमने प्रेडिक्ट किया था इंग्लैंड विल विन दिस, बट न्यूजीलैंड रियली took the revenge of 2019 and they made sure कि the scores are not going to be close, and they walloped England there. I think they thumped, walloped जो भी बोलना है, धुलाई करिए हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं। Practically, it was a disaster for England. I think their worst nightmare has come through. But before we get into the England's, the whole game itself, I think it was an interesting spectacle. जब हमने देखा, I think the whole media in general, not just Indian media, even the international media, taking pot shots at India. Obviously, मौका मिला है, मौका दिया है हमने actually, and people are rightly, getting at it. So बात हम कर रहे हैं, द ओपनिंग गेम जो हुआ था, वर्ल्ड्स बिगेस्ट क्रिकेट स्टेडियम, नरेंद्र मोदी स्टेडियम इन अहमदाबाद, जिसकी कैपेसिटी है, आई बिलीव, मोर देन 110,000। आई थिंक 132 इज द ऑफिशियल नंबर, बट
True.
यूजुअली 110,000 से ऊपर लोग आते हैं। एंड for supposedly the cricket's biggest tournament in a cricket loving country, I think pretty much the stadium at the start of the game at 2 o'clock was empty.
True.
It was as if कि दो club team खेल रही हैं, when in fact it was the defending champions playing against their finalists. It was the finalist of 2019, and I think शाम होते होते, if I believe right, the final number which came out was लोग आ गए obviously. ये weekday था तो I think 48, 47,000 or 45,000. I mean, I'm just, rounding it out. 45 to 46,000 log aaye the, which I think is less than half of the capacity of the stadium. तो ऐसा लग रहा था ट्विटर में, जो एक्स में, या द मीडिया में, कि वो स्टेडियम इज एम्प्टी। द परसेप्शन ऐसा क्रिएट हुआ है, लोग थे बट लोग नहीं भी थे। And another odd factor was there was no opening ceremony. There was no music. I mean, historically we always associate cricket in India with band baja, barat, and really nothing of that happened. So it was as if it was treated as a Ranji Trophy game. I don't know. That was I felt. So sort of. I thought हम पहले ये बात करते हैं. Let's just spend some time in it before we get to the actual game, because this was kind of like the first thing people.
या तो ट्विटर में तो मुझे लगता है गेम से ज्यादा या कॉनवे की इनिंग्स या फिर सचिन रविंद्र की इनिंग से ज्यादा मुझे लगता है यही बातें ज्यादा चल रही हैं कि भाई स्टेडियम में क्या हुआ, स्टेडियम में लोग कहाँ चले गए, कहाँ गायब हो गए। हम बात कर रहे थे कि और काफी चर्चा थी कि टिकट्स आर सोल्ड आउट। वेयर आर दोज टिकट्स?
That's true.
Was it now the question is, I think we would only get to know in the upcoming matches, क्योंकि बताया गया है कि अपकमिंग मैचेस के भी ज्यादातर टिकट सोल्ड आउट, बहुत सारे मैचेस। यू नो आई थिंक वील ओनली गेट टू नो अबाउट द वैलिडिटी ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेटमेंट इन द कमिंग मंथ्स। लेकिन ये तो देख के लग रहा है कि क्या शायद टिकट्स बिके नहीं, और आपने हाइप क्रिएट करने के लिए बोल दिया कि भाई sold out है, so that everyone tries to try to purchase the tickets. Was it something on those lines? मुझे तो ये भी सुनने में आ रहा है कि काफी टिकट्स फ्री में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किए गए हैं। I mean, again, this is all Twitter. I don't know the validity of
X.
it. Yeah, X. Yeah, X. So the only thing which is available to us is, come the start of the match, the stadium was empty.
Mm-hmm.
मुझे तो लग रहा है कि जब जॉनी बेयरस्टो ने छक्का मारा, आई थिंक सेकंड या थर्ड बॉल पे
Yep,
छक्का
second
मारा
ball.
था, आई थिंक 6 रन तो थे, लेकिन मुझे लगता है उसको देखने के लिए 6 लोग भी नहीं थे स्टेडियम में। आई डोंट नो। तो मुझे अगेन आई थिंक ऑन द हाइंडसाइट लगता है कि इंडिया को मैच खेलना चाहिए था। फर्स्ट आई थिंक दैट मुझे तो लगता है कि वो बहुत पहले से ही होना चाहिए था कि इंडिया शुड हैव प्लेड द फर्स्ट मैच, या फिर दे शुड हैव चोजन अ बेटर वेन्यू. 1,35,000, I don't think so. And Arvind, we have kind of spoken about this. Test matches में इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया के टेस्ट मैचेस में क्राउड नहीं आता है, इज इट ड्यू टू द ओवरकिल ऑफ आईपीएल मैचेस? सो इट वाज वेरी अनलाइकली कि पूरा स्टेडियम भर जाता, लेकिन आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग 60-70% ऑफ द क्राउड इवन इन द इवनिंग, व्हिच डिड नॉट हैपन. यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड इन द आफ्टरनून, द वर्किंग डे, सारे बहाने हैं हमारे पास, which are valid. I understand that. लेकिन considering it's a world event, थोड़ा डिसअपॉइंटमेंट रहा. And I think you said it right, मौका दिया हमने. And optics is what it is. You
At
created
the
the
end of the day,
optics.
it's all about perception, right? At the end of the day, people look at it and see, oh, cricket. I thought India is a land of cricket and cricket loving, and no one's watching cricket. So what is exactly India doing? It's the perception. I think, and I think Indian media या Indian no administration को ये पता होना चाहिए या एहसास होना चाहिए कि optics is everything, especially in Western world. Perception is reality. जो दिखता है वही उसके ऊपर ही कमेंट मारेंगे. And
True.
you just have given them ammunition to go and start bashing at you because you're trying to showcase a world class event, and you pretty much started in a very shambolic manner, even though you may not have anticipated it would happen. यहाँ पे दो चीजें मुझे लगी है जो इंटरेस्टिंग लगा. एक था choice of in England and in New Zealand. I think it was a very good choice. I actually don't think the choice of the teams were wrong. Fine, defending champion playing against a finalist. It kind of felt like 2019 pe, left
Carry
it off with
forward.
that carry forward. So it was a really, I don't blame that. Okay, you could have chosen India maybe, but India agar karna chahiye, to you should have started not on a Thursday, you should have started probably on a Saturday or a Sunday. Typically Friday or a Saturday, because that would have been the weekend crowd. Um, I think the choice is, and I think we were speaking, I think we both spoke about it offline. Chat पे हम बात कर रहे थे WhatsApp पे कि I think the issue was the venue selection was a mistake. I
True.
think for an England versus New Zealand, uh, it should have been an iconic venue like Wankhede, which was, and I think you rightly said it, right? You choose a Wankhede or you choose like an Eden Garden, which has India's iconic status, wherein यहाँ पे इंडिया के फाइनल्स हुए हैं, यहाँ पे इंडिया के सेमीफाइनल्स हुए हैं. There's a history behind it. So you're opening with a history. Sure, you may not like the history or not, that's up to you, but there is definitely a history behind it. And then you should have kicked the Narendra Modi Stadium with an India game, showing the
True.
power of India, packing 100,000 people supporting India. I feel administrators made a mistake here कि शायद उनको venue selection उनका गलत गया है. They wanted to project as Gujarat has arrived, yeah, all the, or whatever you can say, the BJP, the whole thing, Amit Shah, Sanjay Shah, the current vice president. I think he should have chosen a different venue for this first game, and should have ended with Ahmedabad, because that would have been the crowning. People would have come for the finals. वहाँ पे you kind of ending
True.
it. So I think they missed a trick here, and I think the result is out here. I mean, I'm seeing Financial Times guys going, they just got bashed by, the whole India Canada, जो हो रहा था, and they felt, I want to give it back. So you just gave them some ammunition. ठीक है, it doesn't really matter for India. I mean, ठीक है, I mean, the World Cup is starting, but I think it should have been a case where India should have used it to project themselves better. Secondly, which was surprising for me, Saurav, was सेरेमनी नहीं हुआ, कुछ वो थीम, नो एक्साइटमेंट अराउंड इट. क्या, व्हाई डिड दिस हैपन? आई मीन आईपीएल होता तो अभी तक तो नाच गाना शुरू हो जाता है. यू वुड हैव हैड बॉलीवुड ए लिस्टर्स dancing it
True.
out on the pitch, opening it like Ranveer Singh. I remember doing some sort of event. uh, it would have been like a जश्न का माहौल. You're kind of doing in October, नवरात्रि शुरू हो रहे हैं. It was like as if मुझे ये लगा कि भैया हमें दे दिया, अब करना है कर दे. No,
True.
I mean
True.
it's just that lackadaisical attitude around. Okay, we got it. It also shows the priority is not 50 over, which I think is not good for the game. because 20 overs at test transition is not happening. You probably need this as your middle segment. So what do you thought about this whole, the weirdness around not having any ceremony and all of that? Kind of you do it for a while.
आई मीन अगर आप काउंटडाउन देखेंगे वर्ल्ड कप का, यू अगर आप अगर आपको याद हो कि वर्ल्ड कप का जो एंथम बोलेंगे या थीम सॉन्ग जो
Yeah,
भी बोले, आई थिंक आपने देखा होगा जरूर वो,
yeah.
इट पॉसिबली इज द वर्स्ट एवर एंथम ऑफ अ वर्ल्ड कप. मतलब
It's not catchy at all.
मैं मुजरा देखना पसंद करूंगा उस जगह. तो अगर आपका स्टार्ट हो रहा है, काउंटडाउन स्टार्ट हो रहा है आपका वर्ल्ड कप का, सच अ शैम्बॉलिक एंथम, ये अगर, एंड देन टॉप इट की भाई, और कोई न्यूज ही नहीं आई कि ओपनिंग सेरेमनी होगी नहीं होगी, एंड इवेंचुअली डिड नॉट हैपन. और आई थिंक हमने अपने आज के आप सुबह की वीडियो में बात की थी, देयर वाज वेरी लिटिल हाइप इवन इन अहमदाबाद. सो लीव हैदराबाद या फिर डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ इंडिया, अहमदाबाद में ज्यादा पोस्टर्स भी नहीं दिख रहे
Wow.
अबाउट, ज्यादा कुछ चर्चा नहीं है इस मैच के बारे में. तो ओपनिंग सेरेमनी क्यों नहीं हुई, आई रियली डोंट अंडरस्टैंड. मैंने हमने हमने बात की थी 2019 में, बहुत मेरे हिसाब से काफी अच्छी सेरेमनी थी. आई मीन इट वाज अ लिटिल डिफरेंट टू द सेरेमनीज दैट आई एम यूज्ड टू. लेकिन यार इट टॉक्स अबाउट प्रायोरिटीज. आई थिंक यू सेड इट राइट. आईपीएल में आप सारे बॉलीवुड के सितारों
Yeah.
को लेकर आ जाते हैं. आई एम नॉट सेइंग गेट दोज, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट, आई रियली डोंट लाइक इट.
Yeah, but that's how you pull the crowd in.
Pull in the
It's
crowd.
brand. It's all
That's
about brand and
yeah,
marketing.
branding. Yeah. So Bollywood and cricket kind of go in hand in hand. तो यार कुछ ना कुछ तो एफर्ट डालना था एज फार एज द ओपनिंग सेरेमनी इज कंसर्न. आई थिंक आपने वहां पे भी एक एक चांस दे दिया है सबको बात करने का. देन आपने ये वेन्यू सिलेक्शन पे चांस दे दिया. एम्प्टी स्टेडियम्स, नाउ रिपोर्ट्स आर कमिंग, नरेंद्र मोदी स्टेडियम के जो थोड़े पिक्चर्स आ रहे हैं, सर्कुलेट हो रहे हैं in terms of how untidy the stadium is.
Yeah.
Let me put that way. So I
Yes.
think it's one
I,
mistake after the other. I think
I
it's
saw that photos where the seats were dirty. I
true.
think bird bird stuff, bird droppings were all over the place. It looks pathetic. I mean, यही दिखाना था तो I don't know what is the intent of trying to do all this. But anyway, this I think it was not the greatest start. I think I think it's disappointing that cricket fans, we all like to watch it. That this is the start we got it. But let's move to the cricket part of it here. Johnny Bairstow comes in and after winning the toss by New Zealand, and they chose to ball, which I thought was a surprising part. So let's talk no cricketing part of it. Toss New Zealand ने जीता, and I thought they said to ball, and even I thought Butler said he would ball. So मुझे लगा कि वो Dew could be a factor because otherwise they would not have done that. That would not have been risked. And I think cricket also wasn't true flat track bully, but ठीक है, it was a version of it. Um, Interesting selection of choices. I thought Tim Saudi would be there, but he wasn't there. And then Rachin Ravindra had come in, which was lucky for the sponsors. Um, I think that was a master stroke there. And first we had Johnny Bairstow coming in and hitting a six. मुझे लगा ये तो इंग्लैंड ने शुरू कर देंगे यहाँ पे. They'll possibly go for the clear. I was thinking 350, by the way. So what did you think of the England innings from there on? I think wickets fell on pretty regularly. But what was your reaction looking at that England innings?
England fell short. I think जॉस बटलर ने जब मैच खत्म हो गया तो उन्होंने बोला कि दे वर बिलो पार. इंग्लैंड हफ और पफ करके भी 290 तक पहुंच गया था. तो आप समझ सकते हैं अगर थोड़ी सी अच्छी बैटिंग करते इंग्लैंड, they would have definitely scored 350. And एक टाइम लग रहा था कि 325 to 330 तो मार ही लेंगे.
Correct. They were at
लेकिन I
least
think
40 runs short.
yeah, but they just they kept losing wickets very regularly.
And there's no real big partnership which would threaten,
Yeah,
which
threatened,
would
right.
ruffle New Zealand. But there was an interesting fun fact, Sarah. I was reading about it. Apparently, in 4,500 odd ODIs, this is the first time in the history that every player in the England team has been on double digits, including number 11. So all of them had double digits, which means जो आपने कहा, everyone had a
and
start, but No one
And
went
none
ahead.
from New Zealand had double digits, if I'm
Then,
right.
and that's a unique part actually. None from New Zealand had any double digits. I think this
Yeah.
may be the first time in history. Um, I thought New Zealand bowled really well. Matt Henry was pretty good.
True. I think एक और चीज हो सकती है अरविंद. I think I've seen this sometimes in Indian pitches. हो सकता है कि आफ्टरनून गेम्स जो होते हैं, जब आफ्टरनून बैटिंग जो आप करते हो तो विकेट थोड़ी सी हो सकती है, थोड़ी सी स्लो हो सकती है. मे बी आई नो कि ड्यू तो नहीं था उतना, और अहमदाबाद इज
Yeah,
नॉट नोन फॉर ड्यू. ज्यादा गर्मी सर्दी भी नहीं पड़ती है वहां पे. हो सकता है कि रात में बॉल बैट पे ज्यादा अच्छी आती है, एंड दैट पॉसिबली वाज द रीजन बोथ ऑफ द कैप्टन्स वांटेड टू
hmm,
बैट सेकंड. हो सकता है.
yeah, yeah.
And I mean that's the only thing that could explain कि England first 10 overs में, and I just kind of sensed it. 10 overs में I haven't, मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है कि इंग्लैंड ने कब 50 रन बनाए. I think they were 51 for one or 51 for two.
Close
So
to
that
around ninth over, 10th over.
right. एक तो ये था कि थोड़ा थोड़ा सा unusual था as far as the
Yeah,
pacing is concerned. It was not like the way usually England bats. The other thing was everyone got starts. Everyone got starts. Up Harry Brook की बैटिंग देखे, चौका छक्का नहीं, छक्का चौका चौका और फिर आउट.
yeah.
Butler
He
was
had,
playing.
by the way, the highest strike rate in the entire England lineup.
Yeah. Butler was playing well. Root
Yeah,
was
he
playing
was.
well.
Good
और
played well.
I think ऐसा कुछ नहीं था कि they got out on a very good deliveries. I think barring Malan, uh, I think I'm not able to recollect how Johnny Barristo got out. लेकिन
उसने तो he tried to flick it and then went to the long offside and the catch.
yeah, so those are not wicket-taking deliveries per se. I think Matt
They
Henry at the
got out.
start, they got out. I think Matt Henry bowled well. लेकिन they just got out. I think England को, I know just one match. England would just have to control their ego somewhere. मुझे लगता है. I think they just want to play at their reputation. Uh, you know, just go gung ho. लेकिन मुझे लगता है थोड़ा सा कहीं पे just the way like Joe Root controlled the innings, मुझे लगता है I think Stokes would have helped. I
Yeah,
think having Stokes in the team would have helped. The
yeah. मैं just inform जिन्होंने शायद मिस किया है ये गेम. बेसिकली क्या हुआ कि इंग्लैंड ने पहले बैटिंग करी और they played all 50 overs. They scored 282 और हायर स्कोर रहे जो रूट 77 मारा है उन्होंने. आई थिंक pretty decent strike rate. You had a good start from also from Butler who scored 43. Bairstow ने 33 मारा है. फिर everyone had a start like Liam Livingston 20, Harry Brook आपने जिसकी बात करी 25, 14 from Malan, 14 from Curran, a lot of 11s and 12s. Um, but really none of them were threatened by threatening New Zealand bowlers. New Zealand effectively had Matt Henry took 3 wickets, 48 runs इन्होंने मारा है 44 के इकोनॉमी में. मिचेल सैंडलर ने बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग करी है, उन्होंने रन्स नहीं दिए हैं. 2 wickets for 37 and 10. Actually Rachin Ravindra went for a lot of runs. ऐसा लगा कि 283 would have been an interesting one. So basically what happened was New Zealand crashed them in 36 overs. They scored 283 for one. The Devon Conway and Rachin Ravindra heading. So basically ये हुआ था. um, तो हम बात करते हैं अब न्यूजीलैंड की बैटिंग की. आई थिंक विल यंग आउट हुआ है, मुझे लगा ओके दिस कुड बी इंटरेस्टिंग ईयर on 2 more wickets and न्यूजीलैंड में actually struggled but नौबत ही नहीं आई because we had a 273 run partnership from for the second wicket of Devon Conway जिन्होंने मैंने बोला भी था कि he's a player to watch out in the field. मुझे लगा था कि this guy once he gets going he'll get by. Rachin was a total surprise package for me. I did not know that he was this good player, and why he's made himself a good selection headache for the New Zealand team.
या आई थिंक ज्यादा बात हमको न्यूजीलैंड के बारे में करनी चाहिए क्योंकि उन्हें मेरे हिसाब से बेहतरीन क्रिकेट के लिए. I think with the ball, we just spoke about it. Spinners bowled really, really well to contain the England batting. I think England batting can just run away with the game, as far as their batting is concerned. But coming to bat, I mean, मुझे लगा 280 odd, still a decent score. एंड इट कुड बी अ गुड टाइट कॉन्टेस्ट. लेकिन 4-5 ओवर में आई थिंक इट वाज ऑल, मतलब
Done.
इट वाज डन. आई मीन इंग्लैंड वाज ट्राइंग टू प्ले अ कैच अप. मुझे लगा कि चलो देखते हैं कि जब मोइन अली आते हैं या फिर आदिल रशीद आते हैं क्या होता है. लेकिन ओवर जाते गए और आई थिंक बाय द एंड ऑफ 10 overs वी वर, आई मीन न्यूजीलैंड वाज ऑलमोस्ट 100. आई थिंक वाज
Yeah.
91 92.
Yeah.
आई थिंक न्यूजीलैंड ने तो, मैं मतलब यू यूज द वर्ड वैलर इन इंग्लिश, मैं तो हिंदी में बोलूंगा ये, अब मतलब पैंट उतार दी, ऑनेस्टली
Yeah.
स्पीकिंग. आई थिंक 35 overs में, 35 36 overs में
36
इतने
overs, 280.
ऑड.
Hey,
I was just not anticipating it. I know कि I think अंत में आके
if
yeah,
imagine if this was the first innings. I mean, I know it's hypothetical, होना नहीं
yeah,
चाहिए, but they could have chased 400.
they could have.
That's how the it has been.
और मैं यही बोलने वाला था. आई थिंक लास्ट में आके लास्ट 50-60 रन तो आई थिंक दे जस्ट स्कोर्ड इट फॉर फन. लेकिन डेवॉन कॉनवे, आई मीन आई थिंक हमने इनके बारे में बात की थी जब वी वर रिव्यूइंग द न्यूजीलैंड क्रिकेट टीम. ही कुड बी द स्टार for New Zealand in this World Cup just because the way he plays spin. It would be interesting to see, how he basically plays when, we get into the later half of this particular World Cup. Like he played amazingly well. And then yes, again offline we had a connect. Is this? I know Sachin was in the ground, but Sachin was playing like Sachin. And yeah, RA, I think I got, मैं शायद 1 घंटे पहले मुझे पता चला what you were trying to convey. RA stands for Rahul, which is Rahul
Correct.
Dravid, and Sachin
Well, as
stands
the
for
anecdote is,
Sachin.
it's
Yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
name is a portmanteau of two words.
मुझे लगा कि आप केएल राहुल की तरफ बात कर रहे हैं. So yeah, so that's the reason I thought, he
No,
possibly wouldn't
no.
want to associate himself with KL. But yeah, I think he played amazing. और उनके एक और चीज, आई मीन ही प्लेड क्लासिकल
Yeah.
स्ट्रोक्स. ऐसा ऐसा कुछ लगा नहीं कि यार, he's slocking. He
No.
wasn't slocking. He played amazing cricket shots. 97 runs मारे थे उन्होंने पाकिस्तान के साथ. I know he was dropped 4 to 5 times. I recollect myself, 3-4 बार तो मैंने ही देखा था. बट उस इनिंग्स में भी मुझे इनकी क्लास जरूर दिख रही थी. द काइंड ऑफ शॉट दैट ही वाज हिटिंग. एंड फर्स्ट 2 ओवर में आते ही उन्हें शायद वोक्स को काफी चौके लगाए. एंड द वे ही पुल्ड, द वे ही फ्लिक्ड, मतलब पता नहीं नेक्स्ट दूसरे मैचेस में कैसा खेलेंगे, लेकिन ही लुक लाइक अ प्रॉपर प्रॉपर बैट्समैन. आई थिंक
Yeah.
उन्होंने 7 ओवर में 77 रन के करीब दिए थे, लेकिन ही मेड अप फॉर इट. आई थिंक न्यूजीलैंड
And
के लिए एक हेडेक होगा कि अब केन विलियमसन या रविंद्र. आई वुड एक्चुअली प्रेफर Ravindra now, considering Kane Williamson is coming from injury and plays a little slow.
I still think, Kane will come in and then Rachin could take Will
Yeah,
Young's place.
that's a good option.
That they still have that option so that they don't make the balance out of it. But yeah, England bowling, they got, as you rightly said, rattled. Mark Wood went for 5 runs and he got trashed out of the park. And I think the lowest for the person with the best economy rate was Moeen Ali, 6.4.
Finally, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
spinners technically, Adil Rashid also was a little shade over 6.5, 6.6, 6.7. But I think it boils down to an important question. I think we all, मतलब लगा था कि England will come hard at defending their ground, but I think they got a shock. They just were stunned by New Zealand here. और हमने बात करी थी न्यूजीलैंड as the dark horse and rightly so. I mean, they played like they always, हमने वही बात कर रहे थे कि बड़े टूर्नामेंट में हमेशा न्यूजीलैंड टर्न्स अप and they just
true.
did exactly that. But the way they turned up here, I think I have not seen them turning up even like this in the previous tournaments. So I think other teams have to watch out for this New Zealand team. They were good. They were really, really good. And basically उन्होंने एक statement डाल दिया है इस tournament में कि we are, by defeating the
Still there.
world's defending champion, they are here. So amazing work.
Amazing, amazing. I think मैंने एक SWOT एनालिसिस किया था न्यूजीलैंड का, और मुझे लगता था दिस इज गुड अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर देम एज वेल. हालांकि बहुत सारे एनालिस्ट पंडित्स बोल रहे थे कि फोर्थ स्पॉट कौन सा होगा. देवर kind of fiddling between New Zealand, South Africa, Pakistan. लेकिन उन्होंने फर्स्ट मैच में I think you can say कि England was the favorites, one of the favorites,
Yeah,
right? It was England, Australia, and then India. I think उन्होंने पहले मैच में जो आई थिंक न्यूजीलैंड विल बी लुकिंग कि भाई ऑस्ट्रेलिया का मैच है, इंडिया का मैच है, इंग्लैंड का मैच है, एंड देन यू कैन से पाकिस्तान साउथ अफ्रीका. दीज आर की मैचेस फॉर न्यूजीलैंड. आई थिंक रेस्ट ऑफ द मैचेस आई नो दे कैन लूज, लेकिन these are the difficult matches for New Zealand, and they've ticked one of the boxes, and with what authority.
That's the thing, right? The way they've done it.
The way they have done it. I think the message, as he said, I think all the other rest of the teams would have to watch out, especially India, considering the kind of record India has with them in the World Cup.
In the World Cup, in the big tournaments.
Yeah.
And I think 36 overs mein karna, I mean, the run rate, the current run rate and all, it's just, I don't think it'll come. I mean, I don't think it'll eventually happen to that where net run rate will define your third spot and fourth spot or whatever. But, it just makes that statement, such a high start run rate just gives them too much confidence. I think, yeah, we'll end it here, but absolutely an amazing, amazing game. We have been able to watch it in TV because tickets were apparently sold. But yeah, I hope we get to see some really good games going forward. Actually, the next game is in Hyderabad, Pakistan versus Netherlands. I would be curious to see the crowds here. Maybe knowing the demographic of the city, maybe there could be a little bit more crowd here. But considering it's Netherlands, not turn up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm interested. Weekend India versus Australia, Chennai.
Oh, that'll be a big one.
I think in all, and we'll end it with this because we started about the whole World Cups, which shambolicness. I think that'll be the barometer. I think it'll be a house full, and the people will say, "Oh yeah, India match." So it's like a festival.
True.
So,
it's true.
Yeah, and I think then India will shrug it off, saying, "Yeah, this was always a plan or whatever." So, but yeah, poor BCCI management of opening the ceremony, but Rachin Ravindra and Devon Conway gave us a night to remember.
True.
Yeah,
amazing performance.
So we'll end it with that here. Thank you everyone for watching this. Please hit that like button. Please share. Please subscribe. Please share with your comments. What did you think about BCCI? And should they have done anything differently? What did you think if they could have done anything differently? When you change karte, team change karte, आपकी क्या राय है? Please put that in the comment section below. We will talk again later with another game in future for a review and preview. Until then, tata, bye bye.
Bye bye.